side of this is Lake Aloha, but I would need to pull out my map. I'm not gonna do that because I want to get to camp, and I'm keeping an eye out for bears since we're at dusk. Seeing lots of hey bear and hey nature as we go along this absolutely pristine, gorgeous trail. I'm just not sure how much prettier it gets. Let's get to Lake Lois, or Lois Lake, or whichever way it's said. This is Lois. Go away, little friend. We're not looking to share tonight. Nope, that's not for you. About to go over Dick's Pass. So there's Dick's Peak, I believe. Over to the left there is Jack's Peak. Dick's Pass. Sometimes I just don't know if the lakes are more majestic or the mountains. Just amazing out here. Aloha. So today is day 3 in Desolation Wilderness. Today will be about a 10-mile day. Yesterday was 12.73 miles, and my feet were killing me. All the talus coming down from Dick's Pass was something else. Yeah, just exhausted. The bottoms of my feet hurt, but I'm over halfway for today. I spent some time enjoying Lake Aloha. Boy, I picked the worst possible spot to start doing this. Everything had been totally smooth, and now this is what I'm on. I may start this again in a few. Hopefully this will be a little bit more mellow section. So I'm heading to China Flat and then over to Doris Lake, where we'll be spending tonight. This has been a beautiful hike. I wish I had one more day to kind of slow it down so I could kind of go to some of the little side lakes I wanted to, like Clyde Lake and Half Moon Lake, and maybe even Upper Belma. Sometimes those little side ones are even less populated, which is kind of nice. So no lakes for me for a little bit now. I'll be going along the Rubicon River, which was literally like not even a trickle, like little puddles. There was a creek, or there have been several creeks that have actually had better flow. So that's, I don't know whether that's normal or if this is being a drought year. There are some really beautiful meadows out here, wildflowers, and just little brooks. It's very pretty. I just crossed the Rubicon, which again, not much going on there. And now I'm just kind of enjoying being in the trees a bit, having it be flat, enjoying the shade. It's really windy today. Like when I was at Aloha, it was crazy windy. I had to kind of find a crack in the rocks to heat up my water for lunch. This wind has been no joke. Watching these trees moving. Now I'm on Rockbound Pass, obviously, and all this wind that we had all night long. Definitely noticed it up here, and like to the point where I can feel it against my legs, like the dirt hitting my legs, and it kind of stings. But it was like this from the time that I got to Doris Pass last night, or to Doris Lake last night. So there's Doris Lake. That little alcove there is where I stayed last night. So I had some pretty heavy wind last night. Enough so that it knocked down one of my trekking poles. I can hardly breathe, sorry. It knocked down one of my trekking poles on my tent at 3 in the morning. I had some big rocks on it, but I had to put bigger rocks on my guidelines. I'm glad I wore my buff today, so it's a little easier to breathe. You can see Bond Lake there. I hope you can hear me. Making my way down Rockbound Pass. I took off my hat because I want to actually